Hey everybody, it's Queen Jelly here and Happy New Year. Today's video is going to be the first video for the year, but it's also going to be a Shadow High Series 1 versus Series 2 video. I hadn't originally planned it that way. I was going to do separate videos, but then I saw them both here and I was like, look at me at this opportunity and I shall take it. So we're going to do kind of a side-by-side comparison of kind of what the box looks like, kind of what they come with. Yeah. So, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I've been really interested in getting Shanelle Onyx. I finally got her from Walmart. She was on clearance for $19. So there is her barcode really quick to get that out of the way. And then Karla here, the pink doll from the new Shadow High collection. So of course I had to get her. Originally I was ordered the mint doll. And then I decided, you know what, I also want the pink one, of course. If you guys also have been around lately, you know I have most of the pink Rainbow High dolls. I've had all of them since I've started. I've gotten all of them and have come out since I've started collecting. There we go, if I could talk. So I also have the Mint Girl on her way, but she showed up first. I ordered both of them from Amazon the first day that it seemed like people were finding them, but they originally were supposed to not come until like the 17th to the 18th, but she came today and, or came yesterday, sorry, and the other one that I ordered is supposed to be coming sometime later this week now, which is awesome. I love that, I love getting things earlier than originally expected. So there is her barcode to get that out of the way. I did pay full price for her on Amazon. And then, like I said, I paid $19 for her at Walmart. She was a bit harder to find because of them seem like they're getting rid of Series 1 to make room for Series 2. So that's why I kind of like, as soon as I was able to find her at a store, I got her because, I didn't want to not end up being able to get her because they were coming out. So, all right. Now for the versus part. To start off, I want to say as an out-of-box collector, I prefer this. If I was in-box collector, I think I would prefer this. This is gorgeous. I really like the way that they did it only works from certain angles, but it's basically like kind of like a 3D art. So you can see these kind of line up. There's a black sketch back there and then the colored sketch out here. And then another sketch down here. So this front is absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, like, I don't want to get rid of this box because I think it's so pretty, but also, like, I already have a pile of empty boxes that I really shouldn't have, but I can't convince myself to get rid of because they're either special or limited edition boxes, whatever. But, like, this is so pretty. And this is very, very pretty too. I like this shape, this like curve here, because this is like distinctly like, I know that this is the Shadow High box or a Rainbow High box because this is what they've always looked like. Whereas this one is now, it's just a square. Like it lost that like distinct shape that was something very specific that, you know, you looked down the doll aisle and you knew which boxes were Shadow Rainbow High because they had this very unique box style, and we lose that here with this boxy frame. But I do like the like digital style that they were able to, they still kind of kept that on the sides. It's actually a little bit more exaggerated because you can't see it as well on this box, but you can kind of see it there in the background. That's always been very distinct to Shadow High, this like digital style. Another thing I noticed is that up here where it says her name, oh, sorry. It says Karla. Oh, let's turn it this way so you can actually see it. It says her name. So it's Karla Choupette. I'm just going to call her Karla. Sorry, guys. But so it says her name. But instead of saying Series 2, it has this little icon here because that is her focus. So she is a fashion design focus. So instead of having the number, it has her focus up here, which I wonder if that's because of all the special editions that they released, like the Winter Break series where it said Series 1 and like stuff like that. And because a lot of us were saying, well, what does Series 1 versus 2 mean in the special releases? But we know what Series 1 versus 2 means in the regular releases. So I don't know why they removed it from the standard Series 2 release. Again, I could see if they were doing it for a special release point of view, but this clearly is not intended as a special release. Yes, in this series, we're getting Glitch, which was introduced with the music, the Rainbow Vision competition. But none of these other characters were introduced during Rainbow Vision, so they can't even say, oh, well, these are special edition for Rainbow Vision, whatever. These are clearly just the new Shadow High characters. So I'm not sure why they removed it from her box, whereas, as you guys probably know, on Shanelle's, it says up here, Series 1. They both have the same Let Your True Colors Shine across the top, which, like I said, I like that phrase a lot. I think it's a good choice for Rainbow / Shadow High. I also like that we introduced some colors into Shadow High, or let's say we continue to introduce some colors into Shadow High, because the original lineup was black and white, and then we got the twins that had like dark colors, and we had Ansley that had regular skin but dark colors, which she's on her way. I'm gonna get her soon. And then we got Neon Shadow, which was just colors. And so Series 2 of Shadow High takes more along the lines of Neon Shadow, where they still have that like fantasy color skin, but they still have colors. Again, I personally like the fantasy skin. I like the fantasy colors. I like the style more of Shadow High. I have more Rainbow High, but that's just because more Rainbow High exists. But I really like Shadow High. I eventually want to also get Glitch. But yeah. Next thing, before I take them out of the box, is right away, this outfit, second outfit, rather have a second outfit than a bunch of junk. I like these accessories. I think the phone is cute. I love this fan. That was part of my like deciding factors, and like, yeah, I'll go ahead and get her now, because I love this fan. I want to see it in person, see that if it's actually good quality or not, but just looking at it, I love the fan. I love the idea of her having this fan. She has little gloves, so she has a lot going on in her outfit. But then we get these accessories instead of extra clothes. Even if it was an extra pair of shoes or a handbag or something, I'd rather that than this makeup kit that I'm not going to use. The phone, once I see it out of the package, I might be able to make a different decision, but I'm just not happy with this. Part of me feels like, and I could be entirely wrong, but knowing the doll competition world, I feel like they saw Monster High coming out with one doll and accessories for $25, and they went, we can do that too. And so they came out with one doll and accessories for $25. But that's the precedent that Monster High set for themselves. Rainbow High set their precedence that they come with a second outfit. So I don't know how I feel about this. No, I do. I just said how I feel about this. I don't like it. Anyway. Also, I just noticed in her artwork, it looks like she has some like, so her socks go her shoes go all the way almost up to her boots, and then it looks like she has some stockings that the actual doll does not have. But that could just be the way I'm interpreting the art. So we still have their focus. Oh, look at that. That worked out. So I got the fashion focuses together, because I was trying to figure out, other than the fact of the two that I happened to have at the same time, I was trying to figure out if there was a way that they connected, but they do. The logo is much larger on Karla's box, just because the side is much larger than on Shanelle's box here. But they are both the fashion focus for this couture fashion design. And it just says fashion design focus. So, but same thing. And then there's a bunch of information in different languages. And then down at the bottom is the same QR code, says meet the students. And then on the back, so this is Series 1's back. It has all of the dolls that are available in that set, kind of in their rainbow order. Even though Heather, my first Shadow High doll, is half white and half black, I agree that she goes more towards the white CL just because her skin tone is so pale. If she had more like her skin tone, I would put her more in that direction. So like, I agree with the way that this color wheel is. I don't know I'm pointing that out. I'm just pointing, I do know I'm pointing that out. I'm pointing that out because I was watching a video of someone organizing their doll collection in rainbow order, and they weren't sure where to put Heather, but I put Heather towards this direction just because her skin is so pale. So it looks better in that half of the way, because it would look weird with her here and then Heather here and then Shanelle, because like it kind of like breaks up that part of the gradient. Anyway, the only other one from series 1 that I might get is the boy doll, but I don't have any other boy dolls, so I'm not sure. But I'm not interested in either of their fashions. And I only have series 1 Sunny, but not that I actually play with, just as part of my collection. My series 1 dolls are like the only rainbow / shadow high dolls that I have that I do not play with. They just sit up on the shelf. So I'm not super sure if I'm going to get Luna or not. If I find her for a good deal, I might. But just like Coco Vanderbilt, I probably won't get Coco, and I probably won't get her unless, again, I find them in really good prices, just because I'm not into sporty fashion. It's just not my thing. But again, so on the back here, we have all the dolls. On the back here, we have 2. So so she's the like indigo for this rainbow set. So I'm not, but I don't know what her name is. And at this time, I'm not planning on getting her again. She's one that I may get down the line. I haven't quite decided yet. I would want to see them more in person before I decide anymore, because we'll talk about that more, I think, when we're looking at the actual doll. But this doll really surprised me when I pulled her out of the box, and not necessarily in a good way. So I kind of am a little bit more hesitant on not seeing them in person first for the others. So anyway, on the back here, we only have 2 dolls, and it doesn't say, I mean, not that the original one says their names, but back here it doesn't say either of their names, which when you only have 2, I feel like that's a little bit more something you could do. I don't know. This artwork is gorgeous. It is. It's very pretty, but I don't know how I feel about just having the 2 of them on there. I like this. This is like something, again, like you want to keep the back of this box because it's like a poster and it has like all of them on there. And this is pretty, but like it doesn't make me want to keep just this. Again, I want to keep the front. The back is okay, unless these happen to be 2 characters that you really love. In that case, you probably like it better. But I'm not really super into dark purples. I'm into pinks and mints and blues. So like, she's pretty, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know how I feel about just the 2 of them on here. Anyway, so it says fashion doesn't have to follow the rules, and neither does Shadow High. Watch out, Rainbow High, we're coming for the runway. And this one says, Rainbow High has officially met its match, expect the unexpected from the fine art students of Shadow High. So they even have different phrases now and everything on the back. And then again, so this only shows these 2 dolls and doesn't really say anything about them. This shows the full line and has the full line going around the bottom of the box. So it makes you want to get the rest of them. But I guess maybe this is supposed to make me want her, and then her box will have someone else on it that makes me want to get them. Maybe that's the intention. Or maybe they're always on the same box. They're supposed to be like best friends. I don't know. Again, these characters have not been introduced in the series yet, as far as I'm aware. And I did my best to try and catch up a few days ago. So unless something's come out in, the past week, I am caught up, and these characters have not been introduced yet. So we'll see how that goes, I guess, as they come out. Because I don't know. I haven't seen them in any stores yet. I've been looking and looking, but I know other people have found them in stores. So I don't know if it's just the distribution in my area, which is usually pretty bad, which is why I end up buying a lot of stuff off of Amazon. Or if it's specifically that they're not actually released yet. Because sometimes I'm able to find them on Amazon before the release date. So I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I did have to take a little bit of a break from the doll community just because I wasn't able to keep up with my collecting, and I needed to take a little bit of a break to like save up a little bit so I could buy some more dolls. So I wasn't watching like any videos or leak information or anything like that because I didn't want to get excited about something I couldn't get. So I'm a little bit behind on my knowledge about Shadow High because series 2, because like all of a sudden I like came back and they were everywhere. So I was like, all right, well, there's that. So I'm going to go ahead now. I think I've talked enough about the boxes. I'm going to start getting them out of them. They still do both have handles though, before I do that. And this box, again, if you're an inbox collector, this one looks like it's going to be better because this one always does this where it like kind of slides in here at the corner. And that's literally like, there's not, it like happens on like all of them. It's not really something that's like done in like specifically or certain ones. But anyway, while I start to get these out of the box, I just want to take this time to ask if you would please subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment down below what you think. I always love reading all of your comments, and subscribing and liking will also help you find new videos in the future. So it really helps us out, and it'll help you out if you enjoy the content. So all right, I'm going to get them out of the box and I'll see you back in a second. All right, so now I have both of them out of the box. I'm going to show you what they come with and kind of how I feel about them, the things that they come with. So as you can see, they both come with a base outfit. They come with a stand. I will say of the two, Shanelle was easier to get out of the box, especially when it came to the stand and the accessories. So her clothes were pretty easy to get out. I do know that there's a lot of problem with the way that they designed their boxes with the closed boxes falling out. So I understand redoing that part of it and not making it as easy for that stuff to come out or get stolen. So that's not really what I mean by that. But so they come with their base outfit, and then Shanelle comes with a second outfit that is a skirt, a top, a jacket, and a pair of shoes. Karla, on the other hand, has come with a phone case, a phone to go in that case, and the phone is in her color scheme. And then I like on the front, you can zoom in a little bit so you can see, it looks like she's watching music videos from Rainbow High. It says up here Rainbow High, which I think that's really cute. And then she comes with lipstick. The lid does come off, and it is in a pretty similar color to the to what she's wearing. And then we have a makeup palette with this little mirror on it, and it does say Shadow High on the outside. And then she comes with her 1, 2, 3 brushes. The accessories themselves are not bad in and of themselves. Personally, for me, these are probably just going to go in here and not get touched. If you guys watched my review of Sabrina, that's pretty much what I said with Sabrina's accessories. I'm just gonna put them away and not touch them. But I understand that these dolls are not designed for me, and I know that there is a, now the phone she'll probably get to keep, but anyway, I know that they're more for kids, and as I've said with the Monster High dolls, we've kind of seen an uptick in more accessories and less necessarily clothes changing. So that could be a factor. It could be that kids are saying that they want more play accessories. But here's my thing with these. This is very generic. Yeah, it's kind of in her color scheme. I mean, this is white. This isn't even like... It isn't even like her color. It's just white. And then the makeup brushes are kind of her color, but they're also very similar to the ones that we have from Sabrina. Like, pretty similar. A little bit bigger, actually, interestingly. Unless that's... No, that's... Huh. That's this brush. But still, even still, it's... Oh, I'm not in frame. So that's actually this brush. So it's pretty similar. It actually has a little bit more painted detail, which is kind of nice. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes, that's what it was. It's not necessarily the problem of, at least with this specific doll, her accessories, like, don't tell me anything about her. These are all makeup accessories, right? She has a fashion focus. What does this have to do with her fashion focus? I don't mind the accessories in Monster High, again, even though they literally just sit in my Gorganizer. They just sit in here, and I don't really use them for anything. But when you look at them, they tell a story, right? You can tell who this belongs to just by looking at it, because there's a little fin at the top. So, you know, it's, like, it's Laguna's. It has a moon on it. This is Claudine's. But, like, it also has a reason to be there. She has a lot of fur, so she has a brush. You know, even the simple food, this is Cleo's, but it tells a story because she's a mummy, so it's a wrap, and it's wrapped up like a mummy. It's not just a regular wrap. And, you know, this is Gulia's. It shows me that she's a gamer. Like, these things tell me something about the character that I don't know. You've already established with your little icon on the side who Karla is, but these don't tell me anything along that same story. This is the accessories of a makeup artist, or, you know, a makeup focus. I'm not saying that you can't like more than one thing, or that makeup isn't an important part of fashion. I'm just saying that to me, these are very generic accessories and don't feel like they fit very well with Karla. Especially because we don't know anything about Karla yet, other than what they told us, that she's a fashion focus. I feel like, from what I've seen, some of the other accessories for some of the other dolls may change my mind on that. But when it comes to Karla specifically, I feel like her accessories aren't really telling me the same story as her box. So yeah, that's my opinion on those. Again, if we're finding that kids are more into accessory play, and that's why we're leaning more towards accessories, I guess I get it, in that sense. But for me, like my other dolls, my Monster High dolls, I play with those. But my LOLs, like, they just sit on the shelf because they came with one outfit, they stay in that one outfit, they're that one character. For Monster High, they're that one character. Rainbow High, I actually change and redress because they come with multiple outfits. They encourage you to change what they look like. The others don't necessarily do that, and that's why I like my Rainbow Shadow High collection. But now coming with only one outfit, it's going to kind of create that same effect of this is what they look like, and you don't play with them that way. And I know that people still redress their dolls, even the ones that come with one outfit, like like Monster High. I see people's redesigns all the time. So I'm not saying that people don't, but that's just how I kind of see it. My other thing that comes with these dolls that kind of confuses me is this. So originally all the dolls came with hangers and with the 2 hangers. Starting with Rainbow High Series 2 or Shadow High Series 1, wow, completely different. We stopped getting hangers. We were still getting clothes. We were still getting second outfits, but nothing to hang them on. Now we didn't get a second outfit, but we got something to hang it on. I love these hangers. I use these hangers. I have the closet. I change my dolls' outfits all the time, and I'm always running out of hangers because not everything came with hangers or enough hangers. So these are great, but I don't understand, if I didn't have any other Rainbow or Shadow High dolls, what these hangers would be for. Because there's nothing to hang on these hangers. It's not like she has that many layers that I would want to take off. She has layers to her outfit, but they all have to be there. So if this is my only doll, what are these? What are those for? Now, I want to love this doll. I don't want to tear this doll apart. I don't. And I know that I've sounded like that's what I've been doing this whole time. But that's not what I want to do. However, I don't know. There's something about her face that when I was looking at her, so I was like looking at her online, and she looked really pretty, but I don't like to look super deep into the details because I like to see them in person. And I'm liking her more out of the box. I am. But when I first looked at her in the box, there was something just off about her face that I wasn't loving. And then I think I determined it was her nose. I come to find out from some research that it seems to be the consensus that her nose is potentially the Paris Hilton sculpt, which is why it's so drastically different than the others, because it is not, because we specifically got a different nose for Paris, so that she would be distinct. So it's kind of interesting that they then chose to use it so shortly afterwards. So, like I said, it's growing on me the more I'm looking at it, but I just didn't have that like initial like gut reaction that I have with a lot of my dolls, where I just like look at them and I'm like, oh my god, you're just so pretty. I actually was like, it took me a hot minute to decide what I wanted to do, because she just wasn't giving me that like gut reaction, and I felt bad because like dolls are pretty no matter what, like, and her colors are beautiful, and it felt very like shallow and stupid not to like her because of her nose. But it just kind of set me off at first, because I guess I just wasn't expecting it, because it's not what she looks like in her artwork or anything. She looks like she has a much wider nose. It looks like it's too small for her face. It's giving me like uncanny valley, I think, is why I'm not liking it, because it just doesn't feel proportional like the other ones do. So otherwise, I think she's an absolutely gorgeous doll. So we're going to go on to the part where we talk about the individual portions of the doll, like we usually do. So we kind of start at the top. She has this really pretty, like, baby pink hair. Like, almost white, but just a little bit off pink. Which is so pretty. And the camera is not, like, it's making it look so white, but it's actually pink. There we go. You can kind of see it better that way. So it's this like baby pink color. And then she has this little swoop over here, which is really cute. And this like high pony up here that kind of gives her this like half up, half down. And she does have a lot of hair. Like, it's really thick, which is nice. But it is very gelled down here. But it is also very curly. So I kind of get it. There's a little bit of gapping there because of her pony, but it's okay. But it is very soft, other than at the ends where it is curled. Those curls are hard as a rock. And then, like I said, she has the swoop bang. The swoop bang is also very gelled to keep it in place. We're going to just move it out of the way for now, though. She has light white to pink eyebrows, which are really cute. And she has more white eyelashes, like we saw starting with Demi Batista. She has those white upper lashes, and then some black painted on lower lashes. See, she has a black with a pink graphic liner wing, and then some gray eyeshadow with some more pink graphic liner. I like this little shiny sequins area right there over her eyes, which is really pretty. She has more of those blurple eyes, but they're a little bit lighter. Especially down here where it kind of gets a little bit of her pink color scheme into it, which is really pretty. I really like this glitter eyeshadow. The more I look at it, it's really pretty. Like I said, she has kind of a small nose, and then she has these big pinky peach lips that are really nice because they make them stand out pretty strong against her skin. She has a little bit of light blushing on either cheek, and then she has these earrings that are this big S and H. Let's move your fan, honey. These are really cute. Oh, this says Shadow High on it. I like that. This one does not, and that's fine. I like these danglies because it gives it some more personality, but I don't like them because I feel like they're going to get lost. Like my Heather, if you look back there, I had to take her hair hoops out because I lost some of them, so I just took the rest of them out because I didn't want to lose them, but now she doesn't get to wear them, so I mean, what's really the difference? So these earrings may end up losing those dangles. They may not. It just depends on how well they decide to stay on there. I feel like the dangly bits are, because like this looks very similar to some of the other earrings that we had before, and I feel like these chains might be from other earrings as well, just put onto a loop instead of attached to the earring. And then she has this little, so she has a long sleeve white shirt. I do really like how tailored it is. I like the tightness here. It kind of goes into the puffs. It looks very like formal, but like, I don't know, it works for her. I really like it. And then little puff sleeves. It looks very vintage. That's the other word I was looking for. She has a little collar up here and then a tie. Let's see. It looks like it may be a full tie. We'll check in a bit. With a tie clip and everything. So like that has this SH. So it's super, super detailed. Really awesome. And then she has her dress here that also has a collar, and it still gives that like bustier look, which is really nice. It kind of pushes it up with this little seam right there. And some fake buttons down the front, and a belt with an S belt buckle. There we go, belt buckle. And it looks like the belt buckle, the skirt, and the shirt are all, or the dress, I'm sorry, and the shirt are all separate pieces. And then down here we have pockets. Let's see. They are real pockets, and I like the depth that they give to them. Like, these are really actually cute, and I really actually like that detail. It's really nice. This one is down with, it just looks like a little plastic tie. I'm gonna leave it for now, but it is a little plastic tie, so you could probably also open up this one if you want to. And if you look closely, there's even actually like this pinstriping in here, which is really cute. And then these boots, I love these boots. So these are fabric up here at the top. Let me see. Curious. No, that is attached. But they look like they have separate belt pieces, but it is attached at the back. But has these belt buckle tops. And then I love these like zippers down here. I don't know. I'm just like obsessed with this. I think that's so like unique to have like these like zipper pants. So it's like pants, but they're not all the way up. I don't know. They're just really interesting to me. And then she has these boots on, which are black and white. I'm curious if this is all one solid piece. I'm going to go ahead and try and take it off in a second. There is an R and L at the bottom. They are for the dolls right and left, so they'll be opposite of when you're looking at them. But there are her boots. I'm going to see. Okay, so they are one big attached piece, which is totally fine. But this does kind of slide up a little bit. See, there it is. So they are attached together, which is, like I said, perfectly fine. But I like that they're styled to kind of look like they're two separate pieces. And I like this like bell bottom style right here around the boot. So it has that nice little gap space there. These are like super cute, and they are like a pleather. So I love the fabric boots. They've been doing so great with those. All right, I got them back on, but while I was getting them on, I noticed that this part here, if it would focus on the shoe and not on Harley. So the part here is white, but then the sole is the baby pink, like her color scheme. So see that? There's a gradient. So the white is the part on the outside, and then the bottom, so she has pink soles, which is really cool. And then my favorite thing is this fan here. I'm sure it's the same like that we got with Lily Chang, same like model or whatever, but instead it's black and it says shadow on it, and then it has this tassel that hangs off from the back. She has these little gloves, and I'm glad that they're already on her hand, because those are always very difficult to get on and off. They remind me a lot of Minnie's gloves, except Minnie's gloves are actually black. Surprisingly, I thought that they were also pink, but Minnie's gloves are black and hers are pink. I feel like there has to be someone that had, was it Jet? It was Jet that had the little gloves with the embroidery. So it was Jet that had the same gloves, but in black with 2 R's. as opposed to she has pink with the SH for Shadow High. And then I love the little collar with the pin in it, the collar cuff. So super duper cute. So overall, I think her outfit is absolutely amazingly detailed, has a lot going for it, is really cool, and honestly worth it. I just personally would like to see more accessories related to her, and since she's a fashion designer, we could even do like a jacket or a, you know, another piece of clothing, even if not all the dolls came with second outfits, but like instead of her coming with accessories, she came with, or instead of her coming with this makeup kit, she could have come with, you know, something related to her focus. And then I think I would have liked her more. So that's why I think from what I've seen, again, not going into too much detail because I don't really like to watch videos of dolls I know I'm going to get. So I don't know for sure, but from what I think I've seen, some of the other characters have accessories that explain a little bit more about them. So that may be pacified in other characters, but specifically with this one, I would have liked to see something more fashion related. It kind of feels the same as a lot of people's complaints with Daphne, Daphne Minton, because she was an accessory designer and we didn't really get a lot of accessories with her. So that's kind of the same feeling that I'm getting from Karla. Now we're going to go on to Shanelle Onyx. Again, we're going to do the same way that we usually do, where we're going to go over the different aspects of her, and then we're going to change her into her second outfit. So she has this ridiculously long black and white hair. It goes to her, like past her knees, and it's up in this like super high ponytail, and there's like so much hair here. This is amazing. And there's a tiniest bit of gel right here down at the end, just at the tips, but it's otherwise like super soft and like ready to go. It has this one like white with gray streak in it, just so that she has a little bit of a pop, but it's still this like white, so she still stays black and white, and there's no like unnecessary color. And then she has this super cute like bow. She kind of like with this high pony and the big bow gives me like cheerleader vibes, like in a good way. Like I love that. And then she has this big like crystal clear gem right here on the center of her bow, like so you know she means business. Like she's here and she's ready to slay. She is so cute. And then she has her baby hairs, which are black just like her hair, but then you have this one that curls right here that leads right into that white streak. And mine are well placed and well painted, so like they work perfectly. They give exactly what they're supposed to be giving. And then she has solid black eyebrows that do blend a little bit into her face. Let me see if she's better, because the other one was getting, there we go, let's see, is that any better? What about, oh, perfect. That kind of balances it out so you can kind of see the little details. So she has her black eyebrows, and then she has this graphic white liner under and over her eyes. And there is also some black wing and some gray makeup. So it's actually kind of a similar makeup style to Karla's, but just in black and white instead of in gray and pink. So that's really cool. And again, she has the blurple eyes. She has a little bit of glitter down here in her tear duct waterline area. I like these little pink, white, oh my goodness, I like these little white like toothy looks down here at the bottom. And then her earrings look pretty familiar. I feel like we've gotten this kind of like hanging gem a couple of times, but I don't know if we've gotten this exact mold on anyone else yet or before her. But I do still like them. They're onyx. They're little gems, which is really cool. I love her lip color. So I always thought it was black, but it's actually this like plum. Like if you look at it in the light, it's this little bit of like a purple, like metallic color, just enough to make her lips stand out from the rest of her features. It's so pretty. And then she has on a tank dress that goes from black to white and has this little gradient here in the middle. She's wearing a silver bracelet on this side, and then she has silver painted nails, which look really awesome with this like gradient dress, like how it kind of just blends in here at the bottom. I think that's really, really cool. And I love, again, that they gave her a little bit of color just so that she had, you know, you could distinguish her nails from her hands essentially, and they didn't end up looking like claws, but they still stuck with this like silver color, so it didn't stand out too much. She does have a belt with an SH buckle. Let's see on the back. It does look like it's also a separate piece. I love all this layering here, and there's even like actually like layers underneath. Sorry about the undies, but they are pretty because they're silver. And then down here, I didn't even know she had socks, to be honest, because they blend right in. But yeah, she has little socks and then these little black ankle heels with a little fuzz down here. So it's flocked right here at the toe, which is really cool. And I love these socks. So they're like black lacy socks. They're kind of similar to Delilah's, but they're in black. And then, so yeah, that's her first outfit. I'm going to go ahead and swap her, and then we'll look at the second one. Here is her second outfit. So she has this little black puff jacket with the fake zipper, and then this little tank top with all this studs and pearls, and it does go around towards the back. I believe it goes all the way around. And then she has this adorable little houndtooth skirt that sits down here with the silver piping in it. It's super cute with these little studs down here, and then the faux leather parts, and her little shoes down here that have the jewel studs in them as well. She's very blinged out, and I love it. There's some buckles around the ankle. Otherwise, they are kind of, I feel like they're pretty similar, but these feel more casual and these feel a little bit more high end as far as heels go. Casual. But yeah, I think she's adorable. I love both of her outfits. I think that this outfit has a lot of very versatile pieces that's really nice for restyling, again with it being that black and white that goes with a lot of things. And there's a lot of other parts in the Rainbow High collection have this kind of Rainbow Shadow High that have these kind of studding pieces, so this will go with a lot of other outfit parts. And again, having the two outfits in multiple pieces like really encourages that creativity in the changing of outfits, and kind of actually using fashion dolls as fashion dolls, and you know, designing your own fashion on them. So I like both of them. I do. I like both of them. I like the grayscale that we got with the original set, and I like the color scale that we're getting with this new series. But I know I sound like a broken record, but I still miss the second outfits to the accessories. But I get it. Like, I do. I understand why things change. Like I said, just for this particular character, I feel like it didn't make sense. And I don't have the other characters, so I can't speak on them. But I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record. I'm just trying to kind of finalize my thoughts here. Also, they did the same thing that Monster High did, and they made the phones left hand, or at least her phone is left-handed. So that was the hand that had this originally clipped to it, so I switched hands, but it does have a little bit of a handle back here, so she can actually kind of hold it on her own if you put it on there correctly. So right now, the rubber band's still on the fan, but it's not rubber banded to her hand. She's just holding onto it, which is really nice detail. So, like I said, I like the phone. Obviously, I love the fan. And I like her outfit overall. I think she's really good quality. I think she has a lot of hair. And like they did a really good job with the outfit pieces that they gave us, and I think she still stands up to the quality that we've seen from Rainbow and Shadow High. And I already do have a lot of clothes, so I'm able to continue to restyle. But like if I was just now getting into Rainbow and Shadow High, or like this was my, you know, one of my first dolls, I really wouldn't have anything to style her with. So I would like to see more outfits in the future for them, but not as the little mystery boxes. The one thing I will say, like, at least if they do keep this up with the colors so that we can know what color our items are, even if we don't know what the item is, because that way at least, you know, I only had these 2 dolls. I'm not going to necessarily want a pair of orange high heels, you know, so I don't want to see any more mystery boxes, but if you do them, at least keep up with the color scheme thing. So, all right. I think I've said everything I want to say. I do love these dolls. I'm glad to have them in my collection. I can't wait to connect with them and restyle them and have them join the rest of the lovely ladies. So thank you all so much for watching. I know this is going to be a little bit of a longer one, but again, it's 2 dolls in one. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you all very soon. Bye.